Jack Harlow recently surprised everybody with a brand new album titled Jackman, coming in at 10 tracks. There wasn't much promo. There was just an Instagram post of, hey, I got an album dropping, and we got a sort of a cover, not mundane cover, but pretty minimal cover, a Jack Harlow, no shirt, sort of going back to some of his previous album covers before That's What They All Say, I believe. So this felt already based on the cover art. It was going to be a bit of a nostalgic trip. It's going to go a little bit back to his roots. And I'm happy to say it definitely went back to his roots. This is a very bar heavy, reflective, conscious album from Jack Harlow in comparison to Come Home the Kids Miss You. We get no features on here. As a matter of fact, I believe the album with 10 tracks is 26 minutes. It's a quick experience that sort of summarizes or recap Jack Harlow over the past year and some change ever since the Come Home the Kids Miss You. Jack Harlow, of course, having to grind it out, consistently work on his craft to get into the position that he is facing all the challenges and the downsides someone usually would with the fame, the money, and, the camaraderie, the support that everybody have for your come up is now flipped on the opposite end of, oh, nah, he ain't that nice. Nah, he's signed by a major label. Oh, he's white. That's why he's cool. Certain topics that get addressed in the album itself. And I really love this approach from Jack Harlow, reminding everybody that, hey, regardless of how you felt about Come Home the Kids Miss You, Jack Harlow is a great rapper, something that I reiterate and I repeat on this platform as much as possible because, hey, Jack Harlow is nice. All right, don't get it twisted. Jack Harlow is nice. I'm not gonna take it from anybody trying to tell me that Jack Harlow ain't a dope rapper. Stop it. Stop it. But with that, starting off with Common Ground, being able to just establish a quick intro, and we get some pretty dreamlike instrumentals on here that feel luscious, expensive, and really sort of sets this mood of, being in a reflective like state. Now, going into tracks like Is That I? Is that I? Is that I? Can I say it right? Sorry, I know I'm being too extra right now. Where Jack Harlow himself is just, hey, everything I do is all right with y'all. Like, he's gonna continue to be the way he is. And for me, a track that impressed me, Gang, 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 where he speaks about, even though he's caught up by the fame and doing his own career, whenever it comes back to find out about other people he used to have relationships, going back to figure out what's going on in their life, finding out that their life is spinning for the worse. Whether we have somebody that's close to Jack Harlow is like, oh yeah, that man ended up being a rapist. That man ended up being a pedophile. And then going on with a hook that sort of is not hypocritical, but it's on the complete opposite end of that, where Jack Harlow is finding out these things about these people. It's like, him? What? Nah, that can't be the guy we know. And then going into the hook where it's like he's writing for his boys, for everything, and then just having the juxtaposition between these two dynamics within this track was a breath of fresh air. And it's somebody in his position, because at times we can find rappers, hey, their dog could be a piece of shit, but they still gonna ride with them because they his dog. He got like 30 rape accusations, but for whatever reason, that's your homie. It don't make sense, but to see Jack Harlow tackle that kind of theme in his album was great to see. Now, overall, I've only gotten about 3 or 4 listens on here. I want to give it more to give you guys a more robust review. But Jack Harlow tackling, some of the criticism, and he himself tackling the criticism with himself, being like, why is it weighing so much now? Why am I being more concerned about it? The lack of time he is spending with family and friends and sort of feeling out of reach, and, getting some of this on questions and blame on me are topics and themes that I really appreciate listening to, especially when the songs sound incredible. When it comes to the hook on here, one thing that I love about Jack Harlow when it comes to his hooks, when it comes to the chorus, is whenever he's able to go in these pockets with his tone, where he changes the pitch, is a little bit softer, going for like that pretty boy vibe, giving that Drake dynamic. And when he lets the instrumentals vocals be like another chorus or a pre-chorus, adds a nice layer of depth. It gives it a great replayability. It gives these tracks great replayability at times. being able to see the layers when it layers, onions, Shrek, right? Okay, maybe it isn't that deep. Nah, it's pretty deep, but smooth instrumental, smooth experience overall. And I would like to do a deep dive into the narrative so far with Jack Harlow, his character, and what he's going through with this.